Welcome back, guys. So today, just doing something pretty simple, just making a simple layout drawing for the field. I'm going to start making more of these videos. I've almost got all the live stream stuff configured. Had a couple bugs with the webcam that would like mess it up for podcasting with the contact crew. So I need to go just fix some of the configurations, and I plan on doing that tomorrow, but I'll just do a couple more of these, like record while doing and then upload later type of deals. So obviously, like, I'm going to keep the jobs obscured as to where they go, that type of things. Kind of walking a fine line here. I'm not trying to step on toes or anything. So jobs obviously will be obscured. You won't know where they're going, but the lessons still apply. So basically, what we have here is a floor plan from the architect, and we in the shop are going to do bend some track for this application, which is this right here. And I have sketched this out. Back here. So I went through the structural engineers like drawings of what we got, and I just made this very simple thing of bottom track, top track, stud, and tube steel. My labels are switched. Studs are green, top track is red, but my legend's a little jacked up. But basically, this is what we got. We got bottom track all down here. We got two doors, which are shown, a door here and a door here. And then we got all this, we got track along this tube steel, and we got track up at the top. And this is like 15.6, this is 0.0. So made a rough sketch of what that looks like, just because I didn't want to flip between like multiple structural details. Probably going to do this in SketchUp, just quick and dirty, instead of using Revit, because I don't really need Revit per se. I just want to make sure that everyone's on the same page with what we're making and what they're getting. But the field guys need help getting them some layout points. So part of the wall is this building already set up. So they need some points for layout, and we need some points to bend it, because we can't swing a radius this large in the shop. So if I were to pull like a radius of these walls, that's weird. These are just, that's an arc. Let's see here. So that's 130 foot radius. Like, we can't swing that. So for us to make stuff, we need to basically, you draw a chord, and then you go like every 2 foot and dimension it. So that being said, let's turn on some jams and let's get to work. So one of the important things that I want to make sure that I communicate with the guys in the field is that there is this 1-inch void. So we have, this is a 6-inch stud. Well, if I did it actually like I'm supposed to do it. So perpendicular. So it's a 6-inch stud, and then you have 5/8 of gyp board. Damn it! You have 5/8 of gyp board. That's not what I wanted. There we go. 5/8 of gyp. And then you have this 1-inch cavity, and then another 5/8 of gyp with this weird return. So I want to make sure that the guys in the field, like, they understand that that is there. Just so everybody's like kind of on the same page with what we got to do. So go through and clean up some of this line work, and then let's plot these out and make sure that everything works well for them. So the chord's not perfect, so you can draw the chord straight across. Goes from this corner straight down. Right, so I still need to finish dimensioning all of these, which doesn't look like it's been done yet, so I accidentally deleted the cord, so let's put that back. So you can see like the cord, it's not a perfect symmetrical circle. Should go right here, but this cord's locked. You know, you can see the start X and end X are in the same spot, so it's a straight line and no rotation, and the angle's 270, so that's pretty much dead nuts. So let's finish. Less talk, more work. Need to mention the rest of these. Yeah, that's the wrong spot. Make sure you snap to your actual cord line. So one thing that might be helpful is making this just a different color, just so you can see it. Making sure you're actually snapping to the right points on that cord line. So then you go through and we'll clean up all this like sketching line work. And if I was being intelligent about what I was doing, I would have put that on a different layer and just turned it off or something, or isolated the layer and then deleted everything. But I was lazy. I put everything on one layer, which is called OCP layout, and that's not really the best way to do it. But damn it. So alright, I need to create a new drawing, and I believe I need to pull in my templates into here. So this is a new computer, so I don't have everything fully set up yet with the new computer. So we're still getting all my default settings set back up. 17. What is that? That's the cover sheet. What do I do with it? That's weird. I had a template. That's super weird. Now I'm kind of confusing myself. Actually, I got a better idea. Go. Oh, damn it. That's not quite gonna work. 1 second. Alright, so we'll obviously we'll fill in some information later because its drawing date is 6/8/19. Version number. Let's copy this down here. And this is going to be 6. Client. Okay. So what we'll do now is, one thing we need to do is I need to make so yeah, I'm going to invert the filter. No, that's not what I want to do. So we're going to make a new layer called viewport. Oh, viewport's already in use. So I have a viewport layer set up. Stop! Viewport 1. That's one. Delete. I guess I already have a viewport layer set up. Nice. So viewport layer is already set up. Basically, a viewport layer is just a layer to where you can plot, like you can make the viewport, but like this box won't show up, which is kind of nice. So what we're probably going to do is I'll make like a master plan here. So I'll move my face out of the way. Let's make this a scale that's reasonable. Try. Nope, that's not going to work. So we'll try. Actually, we'll just do this. So first drawing is just going to be like F8. F8 off, F3, F3 on. So first drawing is just going to be like not to scale. Just going to be merely for context. Go in here, delete that. Always make sure you lock your viewport, because if you don't, it kind of sucks. So we'll put a note in here that this drawing is not to scale. NTS, not to scale. And we'll rename this sheet 1. And we're going to end up copying it anyway. Move copy here, grid copy. Call this sheet 2. This will actually be the layout drawing. So we'll do is we will rotate the viewport itself 90. Oops, I want it the other way. Let's do rotate F8 this way, and then what we'll do is we will unlock it and see if we can get. Might be getting greedy, maybe. All I need is really is just this. It's not so much the height I need, it's the width. I want to keep a little bit of context just so the guys kind of have an idea of what the hell we're doing here. So an 1/8 is cool. If I can get a 1/4, I might be able to get a 1/4 on this page. I'm trying to make it one page. I really don't like doing multiple pages, so we'll move this down. Might be gotten too greedy. Might have gotten too greedy. Oh, dang it. So basically I'll just crop this in a little bit. Pull it in here. Pull it in here. At least let's center it up. So let's go line, midpoint. Drop a straight line down. And then let's find the midpoint of this line. Oh, almost on the money. Just move it over a tad. Nearest. Just snap it like that. So then go back and select this viewport. So this is a quarter inch per foot. So I'll mark that down. Quarter inch equals 1 foot. Save that. This is drawing 2. Okay, so basically what we'll do is go back to the model, and we'll select all the dimensions. So select similar, should select every dimension, and move this out of the way. So annotative is no, we need yes, and we need to set this to quarter inches a foot, and delete that. And do that. Now these are all really big. Arrow size, I usually do something around 1/8 to start, and text is usually around 1/8. And we'll kind of go through and play with this a little bit. That's 0.0625. So we'll go through and take a look at what the drawing 2 looks like. So that's pretty readable. It's obviously just shit all over the place, so we need to go through and fix what's what in the world so people have an idea of what the hell I'm referring to. There might be also some default settings that not really a fan of per se. Like, so I'm gonna experiment. And I'd rather do something like this. It gives me a little more flexibility. These huge extension lines aren't really useful to me. Really just make this a little bit more. So it's 2 foot typical. I believe I have a note somewhere. Alright, so try a 1/16. So we're gonna select everything and make everything a 1/16 as far as height goes. Just everything should still. We'll just do a test plot just to see kind of what they look like. 11/17 extents. Center the plot and just hit preview. It should be pretty good. You guys should be able to read that. So if they can't, then I'll be getting a phone call. It says, "What the hell, yo?" So if it's at least 2 foot, I'm gonna delete all the rest of these because it's kind of stupid to have it dimension like 15 freaking thousand times. So let's go through and delete, 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 delete. This one can stay, that can stay. So these are nice because they're all inside. The one thing I don't need though is these massive like extensions. They're kind of just not a fan. So I believe it's, yeah, turn those off. So we put this back up in here. So sexy. All right. Now we're in business. So this is also not an even 10. So like this is 2, so we delete it. This is 2, so we delete it. 2, delete it. 2, delete it. 2, delete it. So select this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Turn these extension lines off. So what I'm just trying to do now real quick is, well, one I already cut off some dimensions, so that's smooth. Yeah, let's move this up a little bit on the page. I'm try and sneak another thing in here of just the walls a little more blown up, showing like, you know, how it's making sure they understand what actually went to as far as like so I have no idea what this is as far as scale goes. Let's see here. That might work. That'll work. I don't know if that's gonna fit on the page though. I have to crop it down a tad, maybe. Move this over. See, will this fit? Oh, we might get lucky. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, let's Alright, so that looks like pretty solid for the layout. So I will plot this out and send it over to the to the PM. There's a couple dimensions I need to go back and fix. Make sure that they understand what this is for, and fix the placement on the drawing so it doesn't get cut off, and send it on over and see if they have any questions. And then tomorrow we'll all sit down and draw out this wall in SketchUp just to make sure everyone's on the same page with what track we're bending up in the shop and what they're getting out in the field. So thanks guys for watching. If you got questions, feel free to let me know. My contact information is in the video, and stay tuned for more upcoming quote-unquote how-tos with live streaming-esque